Hi friends. So I wanted to talk about the coming of Manasseh. So Manasseh is, the story of Joseph, where his brothers were, jealous of him, and they sold him, and he was ended up being in slavery. And then later on, he became one of the greatest rulers. The whole point was his brothers were jealous of him, and we talked about it in my envious and jealousy video. How like it's an evil trait, and it can just get ugly, right? If you don't take control of it. So Joseph had a dream. He had a dream that he was going to be a ruler of land, and he was just going to be a great leader, right? And his brothers were jealous of him. They felt like he was his favorite, so they eventually sold him into slavery, right? He ended up going into slavery. He ended up being one of the best workers. He stood out and worked his way, ended up being one of the rulers, right? And then when Joseph became a ruler, he had a son. He named his son Manasseh. So Manasseh in the Bible, it's spelled. Let me see how it's spelled. Let me double check. But you can just type Joseph's son, and it'll pull up. And it's spelled Manasseh, Manasseh. And he named his son Manasseh because when he ran into his brothers, he ran to some of his brothers, and he said, basically, he was saying, he's so, you know how when you're so blessed in your life that you don't even have hate for anyone anymore, even though if they've done you wrong. So that's what Manasseh means. It means God has blessed me so much in my life that I've forgotten what I went through. Because God can bless you so much in your life, you forget what happened in your childhood. You forget what this person did. You don't have any hate towards them or anything because you're too busy being happy. You're too busy being blessed, So I love that name. And that makes, like, if we ever have moments where we're worried about anything, don't worry about it, because Manasseh is coming, which means God has blessed me so much in my life that I have forgotten my troubles. I have forgotten my childhood. I have forgotten all my traumas. I've forgotten everything that's happened to me. I forgot that even happened to me. I forgot that's how I was brought up. I forgot that's what I was used to. I forgot I was used to this, unhealthy relationship or whatever it is, because he blessed you so much right now in your life. That is a true blessing. That story fits my story very much, my childhood. Like, I am too blessed to be stressed, too blessed to entertain nonsense, too blessed to gossip or anything that's malicious. We're not doing that because we've been blessed so much in our life. We don't have time for stuff like that. We don't have time. So, and you know what? Fun fact also, Joseph's son Manasseh basically means I am too blessed God has blessed me so much in my life that I have forgotten my trouble. I've forgotten everything I went through because he's blessed me so much now. And I'm so happy now. I have so much peace and loving. Everything's amazing. And I'm just becoming I'm getting the overflow of love. It's just, my cup is overfull. Is that what it's called? Overflowing? It's like, it's continuing blessing on top of blessing. I'm receiving that so much that if you run into someone that did you wrong or hurt you before, you're not even mad at them. You forgive them, because we learned about forgiveness, right? It's for yourself so you can move on with your life. And your life is so blessed right now, you're not even worried about what they did to you. It's okay. You move on. It doesn't mean you accept it. It just means you're moving on for yourself, right? And anything, if it's something in your childhood, you're just so blessed right now that you forgot you were, or you forgot who you used to be, And the fun fact about Manasseh is that's my name. That's my real name. So when I was younger, people used to say, "What's your name?" I would say, "Manasseh." They would say, "What? You know what that means?" Because it's a Ethiopian name. So I'm Ethiopian. So they'll say, "Oh, that means forgotten." And at the time, I was younger. This was like 30 years ago. Don't count my age. I'm just kidding. So this was like 30 years ago, and they would say, "You know that means forgotten." They would laugh at me. They're like, why did our parents name her Forgotten? And now that I read the scripture now, you know, I've been reading it for 6 years. Now I'm like, before I used to say, why is my name Forgotten? That's kind of strange. I used to always think that. I was like, what does that mean? Now that I read the scriptures, you know, I've been reading it for a little over 6 years. Now I'm like, oh, it means, when I read more into it in the Bible, it says, God has blessed me so much in my life that I have forgotten my past. I have forgotten my troubles. I have forgotten the person I used to be because I'm so blessed right now. If I would have known that now, I'd been like, yeah, that's my name, and tell them the whole story, right? But at the time I didn't know, so I was just like, I don't know why that's my name. But that story definitely fits my life, fits me, it's very similar. And I love that name now. I've always liked it, but I understand the meaning of it now. So I was like, wow, that's such a blessing. All right, bye guys.